So children, just like we normally would, either on a Friday or a Monday, we'd introduce our new words of the week. And these words are all about really thinking about how you can improve your vocabulary when you're talking and also when you're writing. So the words I've chosen are related to the sort of emotions I felt that the farmer in our story was going through. So they're about feeling very sad, feeling very devastated by something, and also feeling very happy about something. So the first word is devastate. So it can mean in two ways. So you could have a city to be devastated by a huge earthquake to destroy or ruin something. So maybe like the city of Pompeii was devastated, wasn't it? But also you have to be devastated. So when something has happened to you that can cause you severe and overwhelming shock or grief. So lots of things can devastate you, different things in your life at different times. And I felt that was an emotion that perhaps the farmer was feeling at the point when all his hard work and his crops had been ruined and destroyed by that storm. So the next word is to be elated, to be ecstatically happy. And I felt that that was a reflection of him when he came out after the winter and saw all his windmills had grown. So I wanted to think of a word that really described that, and I thought that might be a good one for you to think about, and think about other words around it, which will be work further on in the week. So our third word is also a word that means, so it's disheartened, and it's about when you feel like you can't do something. So they give an example of someone who loses their determination or confidence. So in the film we saw him so happy and delighted with his windmills, and then that moment where everything broke and he couldn't change it, and as he walked back into his house, that really bent little figure, showing that he was so disheartened by everything that had happened to him, that he'd lost his confidence and everything seemed hopeless. So now I want to show you these models. They're called Freya models. We use them in maths quite a lot, but they work quite well for this as well. It's where you think about the word that's in the middle, and then all around it you do different aspects of it so that you're really understanding it. Now I've made one of these for the three different words, and I do not expect this to be done on the first day, and in fact some of these boxes might not be filled at all. So the most important thing is you're talking about these words and explaining them and using them. But some of the things that you will be able to do through the week, I'll set you a little challenge every day, and some of you might have plenty of time on Monday and just want to do it. You might get it over and done with on Monday, or some of you every day might just spend 10 minutes like we would at school, 10 minutes on the vocabulary, thinking about how we might use those words. So as you can see in the first box, it asks you to draw it. And drawing it can be a bit of an issue, especially if it's emotion. So you might use your emojis in this one. I think all three of them will work quite well for an emoji or a little drawing of a person, because they definitely are feelings, aren't they, which are difficult to draw in any other way. So the other side of that is the definition. You know, do you understand what it means? Can you define it? Can you explain that to somebody else? And then another one that might be quite easy to use is to write it in sentences. And so when it asks you to use it in speech, the reason for that is you might not get to it, but it was about really improving how you use your speech marks. And so I would say that the character might have said, "Oh dear, that's that then," sobbed the character, disheartened by the whole thing. So you're putting it into some way of using it in speech, whether it's inside the speech marks or out. And the idea of that is just an opportunity for you to have another go at using your speech marks. So don't overly worry about that one, but it's there if for people who might like to use it. And so then we've got the synonyms and the antonyms. So the antonyms are the opposites, and almost some of these words are opposite of each other. And one of the little tasks that we will do, the little challenges I will set you later on in the week, is where we think of all the words and put them in order from the happiest to the saddest, or the most disheartened to the most elated. So you might leave that one for a while. And the synonyms are other words that mean the same, and that's where I know you all quite enjoy having a little look at a thesaurus thesaurus and finding the word in a thesaurus and then finding other words that mean the same. And lots of you at home, I know I haven't got a thesaurus at my house, but we have got the magical world of the internet, which hopefully will help you find some. If anyone's desperate for a thesaurus, I expect I could put one in the box for you to come and pick up, as long as you promise to bring it back when hopefully we can all come back to school again. So this gives you an overview of the week and obviously a start and explanation of how we're going to teach vocabulary as you're at home. So today's challenge basically is probably to have a little look at it, to talk about the words and to draw them and maybe write the definition of them. See how you're getting on, if your arms aren't hurting too much from your writing earlier. I know how you know your hands do ache a bit. And then tomorrow we'll set a little bit of a challenge using the synonyms, so you know what's coming up ahead. Well done everybody. This isn't something I need to see on Dojo, but if you want to share it, I'll be more than happy to see it. Some of you might get clever and make videos of you using it in sentences, you never know. It doesn't always have to be about writing. Well done everybody.